Hello and welcome to another Maps devlog. This is devlog number 6, and we're still working with Bandicam. So it's a shame that we got all those crazy artifacts here and there. But whatever, we're gonna power through it. That's okay. This is a short one, kind of like 9 minutes, 10 minutes episode. And today we're gonna be talking about graffiti. Um, in the past, I've done graffiti work. I'd like to tell you a little story about graffiti, right? So, I don't know, it's been a long time since what I'm gonna tell you happened, so I'm assuming that I'm not admitting to anything, although I already admitted. Anyways, so when I was younger, when I was a little kid, I really liked graffiti and I started doing graffiti around the neighborhood and stuff. Not too much, nothing, too crazy. Just like, um, I used to live close to the school, so I would go over there and like, I don't know, scribble them on the what are they called? Like tables, like on the chairs, on the those things, right? Uh, and that was fun for a while. But as I started growing, I wanted to do my own graffitis, right? And at some point, my mom let me do some graffitis in a little wall that we had on the back, which years later, I ended up doing a beautiful mural on it, right? But as I kept growing, I wanted to keep growing my graffiti and I wanted to keep doing other things. And an opportunity happened or came up um, where I was at a friend's house and he lived in a military base and we study in that military base, right? Because I went to school there, and for whatever reason, we decided to go graffitiing, and that was a very very bad mistake. But we ended up graffitiing in a couple of places. I that's actually when I started going by maps because that's what I wrote that day. My Velma was like too long, so I started going by maps. And after that, since everybody knew in school what happened, because we didn't get caught, but the guy I was graffitiing with basically wrote his name, and everybody like he lived there, right? So everybody knew his name. He wasn't a graffiti artist. He wasn't very smart about it. He was just a guy trying to like mess up some property and stuff. Um, but so we did that, right? And I enjoyed it. I started using spray paint for the first time. Um, and it was fun to go around and do some graffiti. But getting caught, we had to do like community service, clean up everything, and that sucked. That was not fun. So all that like kind of and we almost got sent to juvie, and I was like I don't know like 16, and I was not a hardcore core kid. I would not have enjoyed juvie. That really would have sucked. So like that kind of like traumatized me a little bit from it. But years later, I kept making art, and life kind of threw me in the way of graffiti and murals. And I've been working on murals for a while now. I've done a couple of murals, like 5 or 6, big murals, small murals, and I enjoy it. I do it all in spray paint. Pretty good at it. I was actually working on a mural earlier on VR, on virtual reality. Maybe at some point I can show a video of how I do that. But right now, I'm doing my bum rush battle graffiti. It's for a contest that a game is making, where you can make some graffiti art, and if you get chosen, hopefully we will. We don't know, but hopefully we do get chosen. It's a cool piece. Um, yeah, you come up in the game. You get into the game. You show up on the game as your graffiti art, I guess. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, we're doing this on Photoshop as always. Photoshop CS6, I think. I've been using this Photoshop for a long time. It's the one I'm most comfortable with. Um, and yeah, just making graffiti. I really don't know a lot about lettering. I'm a muralist at heart, so letters don't really, you know, um, are my thing. They aren't really my thing. I still need to work on that. Typography and lettering is not my thing. So what I did was get like a graffiti generator, put my word in, and then from that I started like messing around with it, get a clean sketch of what I wanted, and then here's the piece, right? I'm much better at character design. You can see this little bum guys, and grenade guy, which is kind of cool. It's fun. I like making cartoons and little people. I still do the gloves things, even though they, I don't know, they're like reminiscent of old Disney cartoons. You know when, you know how Mickey has the gloves and stuff. So, cause I think it's like like an element of purity into cartoons, right? I think that's the reason they had it. Like he can't he can't do anything wrong. Like it's a cartoon, you know, kind of like that pure like white gloves thing, where he's like fancy. I'm not gonna destroy anything. Really, you know, it's all fun and games at the end of the day. That's kind of like the mentality I have for when I add little white gloves to my characters, like Mr. Maps, he has, which is my character. I'm sure you've seen him. He's a heart with little hands and feet, and rocking ass shoes. Yeah, he has white gloves too, right? Back to the old Disney stuff, and then that purity of like he's a heart, self love, all that thing. Um, so it's just a little thing that I like to add. Uh, when I started drawing it, I guess a lot of these decisions come, or not the decisions come in the moment, but the explanations for them come afterward, right? Because when you're in the moment, you're not really thinking in terms of words and explanations. You're just doing and seeing what feels right in your art, and you're going with it. And in the case of Mr. Maps, he was supposed to look like a heart because that's my logo, right? The little heart, um, the with mustache, right? So I turned that logo and turned him into a living creature, and it's been like 2 or 3 years now since I have Mr. Maps, and he's all over the place, right? Like I have coloring books, stickers. He's on murals. He's being featured. He's been he was in the New York Post. That was crazy. Um, and that happened because of graffiti. I went to Rincon, which is like a place in Puerto Rico, full of beaches, beautiful beaches, right? But they're trying to like sell the beaches, which sucks for the community, of course. And the New York Post, and his name is the writer of the article is called Hermes Ayala. I'm pretty sure that's his name, and he wrote this article about it, and he used some pictures of the decay of private construction in the beaches and how they're falling into the water, and of course that's pollution. But since they want to keep selling them, they're just gonna make more pollution in the end, right? So he used some pictures where I had done some characters of Mr. Maps in the in the rubble that was falling into the water, and he's like right there, and he used it on the New York Post article, and that was intense. You know, to wake up one day and see that you were in the New York Post. That was crazy, right? He didn't specifically write about the art or anything, but still, you know, I call that a win. He's a great guy. I have him on social media and stuff. Um, and I think I've seen him or met him once in one of my events or something. So that's kind of cool, you know. That happened because of graffiti, because of characters, and because of Mr. Maps, right? To be there, to have that idea. I could have gone without spray paint and not spray, because I was staying over there like a vacation, right? But I still went and have fun and some spray paint, you know. Because when you're making art all the time, right? We're coming close to the end of this illustration. I don't know if it's a voting process or whatever. If it is, go tell Bum Rush Battle to to include me in the game, cause I want to be in that game. I want to be playing that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Join us for the next time, and yeah, like, comment, and like, comment, and subscribe for more. And yeah, see you on the next devlog. Peace.